I never make a risotto because it always sounds way too hard, especially a truffle risotto. But Chef Michael at the Berczy Tavern in Toronto is about to prove me wrong. Hey, Chef Michael. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I see you came prepared.
Now, I know I overpacked. Yeah. Chef Michael, I'm well aware of that, but I am learning and I just want to come prepared.
Yeah, each one's going to give you a different perspective on things and, different uses.
This is our Spartan Ghost chef knife.
Amazing.
Take a look.
Let's have a look here.
Unsheath it, if you will.
Oof. That's a case. Oh yeah,
nice,
beautiful,
right?
perfect.
Yeah. Chef Michael approved.
Absolutely.
Okay, Chef, I've always been terrified to make risotto because it has this rep of, it's very temperamental, it's very delicate.
It's a little bit intimidating for sure, but it's very time consuming. When it comes to risotto rice, the typical one that you're gonna see everywhere, like typical cookbooks, is arborio, which is a short grain rice. Totally fine, but if you want the real deal, you gotta look for, it's called carnaroli. We have some Jerusalem artichokes. Then we have some fresh truffle. We have maitake mushrooms, really nice mushroom. We're actually gonna grill them, add a little bit of charred, smoky flavor. They're really meaty, so this is a vegetarian dish. And then just to finish, we've got a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, the king of cheeses, and a little bit of chives.
I'm so excited. Shall we roll up our sleeves and get started?
Absolutely. The really important part about risotto is to create the starchy, creamy texture. We're just gonna start with a little bit of olive oil. A little bit, I mean a lot. So we start, you can hear that little bit of sizzle.
Yeah.
Always wanna make sure you get that nice sizzle, get things started.
I've always put my onions on at the start and then brought the heat up with the onions. But no, you want it a bit hot to start.
You want it a little bit.
Good to know.
So I just add a touch of salt because in the beginning, I always like to add a bit of salt. What that does is actually helps to pull out the moisture. You've heard the term sweat an onion.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we're doing. Now, the next stage is we're actually gonna toast the rice. Toss it around, get it nice and mixed with all the onions and everything else. So we've got that nicely toasted. Now, we're gonna go white wine. The white wine is also gonna pair really well with the mushrooms. So add that in, you can hear that sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. If you wanna give it a stir and feel it, you'll kind of feel that it's slightly sticking a bit.
Yep.
That's a good thing.
It is?
Yes.
Okay.
Because what that's gonna do is agitate the grains. And the more agitation you get, the creamier the risotto. So you kind of want it to just stick a tiny bit. Not enough that it'll burn, but enough that you really get that agitation.
Really good to know, because normally I would just throw more olive oil in there, but
Totally.
you're saying let it be. Okay.
We're gonna take our mushrooms. What we're trying to do is cut almost steaks. We're gonna cut in. I like to just open it up like this and then slice down and then let my hands do the rest of the work. And you get this nice, beautiful chunk of mushroom. Now, what we want to do is give these mushrooms some seasoning. What I like to do is heavy season it with olive oil.
Okay.
So you're gonna almost soak it in the olive oil. This is gonna do is when it goes on the grill, the oil will kind of flare up a little bit. You get a lot of that char, and it'll add that really smoky, roasted mushroom flavor that, again, gives you sort of that meaty texture. I always, was taught by a chef a long time ago, salt enhances the flavor of things, pepper changes the flavor. So unless you don't want the flavor of pepper, like that spice, that toasted pepper flavor, you don't necessarily need to go salt, pepper, salt, pepper, salt, pepper. Now we're going to take these, our tweezers, and head on over to the grill.
Sweet. Chef, that's gorgeous.
We're gonna hit them with a vinaigrette that contains a lot of lemon juice, which that's gonna add a bit of freshness and kind of balance out the flavors there. We have a simple vinaigrette here. The basic rule of thumb here is you wanna go 2 parts of your whatever fat you're using, so olive oil in this case, to 1 part acid, which is our lemon juice. Just the mushrooms like that. Give that a try.
Fingers. All right. Oh my gosh.
Good? Amazing. Now we just gotta finish the rice and we're good to go.
Okay, let's do it.
So this is the par-cooked rice. We've cooled it down. So we're just gonna add that into a pan. And we're gonna go back with our vegetable broth here. This, contrary to the beginning stage, we're actually just gonna kind of cover it. You'll notice already as soon as I start to add, it's almost got this like white sort of creaminess coming out of it.
Yeah.
That's the starch that we built in the beginning that we got used to. So one way to do the truffles is fresh truffles, which we're gonna put on top. Expensive, hard to find. About 70% of truffle paste are cauliflower.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's why cauliflower really fits in with a dish like this. If you wanted to go, we're gonna do Jerusalem artichoke and cauliflower in the puree.
So what's in this truffle paste?
So
Cauliflower.
some truffle bits,
Okay.
and then truffle oil.
Right.
That's where you get the aroma. So if you give that a smell,
Oh my God.
smells like
That
truffle.
smells so good.
A couple other elements are we're gonna add some cheese. The cheese is gonna add a bit of saltiness and a little bit more creaminess to it. The cheese that I like to use for this particular portion is Pecorino Romano. So this is a puree that we've made with cauliflower and Jerusalem artichokes. So this is gonna add another depth of flavor. It's gonna add a bit more creaminess and that vegetable component that's really gonna balance out the whole dish.
This looks so creamy and velvety.
Yeah.
Cauliflower is really good for that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's quite malleable in that sense. Yeah, it's beautiful.
And then the last ingredient we're gonna add is some nice butter. So just a little bit. I'm not gonna add all of that. Never use salted butter in the kitchen.
Why?
Because if you use salted butter, I can adjust the amount of salt that goes into the dish.
Yes.
Our rice has absorbed all that liquid and is starting to get back to that initial stage that we talked about in the beginning where it's starting to stick a little bit. Now this is where we want to get in here and really start to agitate. So we're gonna go a spoonful of cheese.
Okay.
We're gonna go with the truffle paste, not a crazy amount, but enough that you're gonna feel it. Now our puree. The puree, I like to go quite a bit because this is really gonna add that final dimension of that creaminess. And then our butter, we go
Oh, whoa.
one, let's go a few.
And that's for one portion.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, gotta hit the gym.
Absolutely. So now we're just gonna let it go on the heat. You wanna go not too hot because once we've added the butter and the cheese here, if you boil this too rapidly, it'll actually separate.
Okay.
Okay. We want a nice creamy emulsification.
Yep.
Whip, 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 whip.
Can I put this back or do you need more butter? You might need more.
No,
What?
okay.
Chef,
We're good, we're good. You take the pan. So a little trick with, you've seen people flipping pans.
Yes.
The motion isn't up and down like
Okay.
this. You want to use the rim of the pan. So you're actually pushing and pulling.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, okay.
And how do you know if it's ready or not?
When you go like this and see how it's like flowing off the pan,
Yeah.
that's how you know the risotto's perfect.
I mean, that looks just right. Right?
It's perfect.
Perfect. It's perfect. That's a brag.
We have our perfectly mixed, beautiful risotto.
Gorgeous.
We're gonna put on the plate. Okay. Now another trick, you can give it a little tap, 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 tap. And if the risotto is the nice texture that it is, it fills the plate evenly, right? So we're gonna use some of these beautiful mushrooms that we grilled off, nicely dressed. Now just some little finishing garnishes. Parmigiano Reggiano. So this is, again, gonna just finish everything off nice and round out the flavor here. These are some Jerusalem artichoke chips.
Looks so good.
Texture is always something really important when it comes to food. You have a touch of truffle oil. This is just for, when it hits the plate in front of your guests, they'll get the aroma. A little bit of fresh truffle.
Gorgeous.
Personally, I think this could probably use some green. So I was thinking maybe some chives.
Our chives. Hey, perfect. I brought just the thing. I brought my ulu knife. Let's go.
Oh, what is an ulu knife?
What, you don't know what an ulu is?
No.
Well, actually, an ulu originated from the Northern Territories. The Inuits used it to actually skin the seals that they would hunt for, of course, food. Sorry, you can go back.
So Henry's the ulu expert. It's a badass knife is what it is.
I agreed, but maybe we'll use something else for the chives.
Tone it down. All right,
Yeah,
we'll
maybe.
use it next time. Next time.
I'd recommend a chef's knife.
Okay.
Yep.
Doing this like this.
Tuck your fingers
Tuck my fingers.
and just
Gonna rock it.
nice and easy. There we go. Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
There we go.
Move the fingers as we go. A good knife goes a long
Very
way.
nice. Now you're gonna salt Dave with chives.
So take a little bit.
Yeah. And just give her all over.
Really?
There you go. That's
Gorgeous.
it. Perfect.
Love it.
All right.
This is beautiful.
Love it. All right. Now the best is saved for last. We get to eat this thing.
I've been
You ready?
Forever. Thank you so much, Chef Michael, for showing us your signature dish. Let's go.
Hey, what about me, Maddie? Come on.
Okay, guys, that was truffle risotto with Chef Michael at the Berczy Tavern in Toronto. Where am I eating next? It's a hard act to follow, I'll tell you that.